I have some really great news. This here is the best iPhone mount for motorcycles. This is the Hondo Garage Perfect Squeeze with their clamp mount. You can get it in your Ram Ball as well, flavor. This is their anti-vibration mount for dirt bikes. But here, this is their MotoFastPuck integration. And this is the first version of that on this. I think this is the version 1.5. And if I recall correctly, it only charges about 5 watts. Well, MotoFastPuck has doubled the output in the new V2. And man, what if you were a poor customer who spent all this money on the, you already have a Perfect Squeeze like me, you see over here. This is the Perfect Squeeze that first came out. This is just the Hondo Garage Perfect Squeeze with the Ram Ball piece. This is Heather's bike. Then what I did on my GS, I actually, I'll cut to a clip here. I had actually raised these up and installed a MotoFastPuck 5-watt charger on a standard Perfect Squeeze. And the guys from Hondo Garage teamed up with MotoFastPuck and they built this. So anyone with an existing base can simply buy the new one, and it's got this hole here for the Qi charger. Now, I should back up a little bit because Qi charging is a wireless charging standard. It allows you to drop your phone, boop, and you get a charge. And before Qi charging, well, before the MotoFastPuck came along, to be honest, it's the first wireless charger I ever used. The problem was that the plugging a Lightning or USB-C cable in the bottom of your phone, and you're riding the rain like most BMW riders do, and water would collect at the bottom of that plug, and it would eventually deteriorate the plug, and that plug would short out. Or the USB connection plugged into your bike via the USB DIN that's kind of over here on the corner, right there on the bottom left-hand corner of the TFT, that would start rusting. So this allows me to have a waterproof connection with no water ingress to my IP67 iPhone, but still receive a charge. Pretty awesome. Now, us customers who bought the V1.5 MotoFastPuck with the Hondo Garage Perfect Squeeze mount that they've custom made for this are kind of shit out of luck, right? Well, we're not, because I just got this. Now this is version 2. It's double the charging speed. And instead of this long, huge cable coming out, having to run this all the way down, now you've got a quick disconnect SAE connection right here. Pretty awesome. So what you could do is you could simply SAE this up to your bike, but the MotoFastPuck people, I gotta keep that, is an important differentiation to make. One company, Hondo Garage, makes the mounts and all this apparatus. MotoFastPuck makes the wireless Qi chargers. So with the V2, they also include this SAE connection, and then you've got your inline fuse and your positive negative. They do recommend that you hook this up to a fuse block or a power module, something like that, because obviously this could drain your battery if you leave your phone docked there throughout lunch and the bike is off. It might take a while, but if you have an older battery, it's going to fail. Okay, so here we go. This is our V1.5. This is now, well, it's recycling at this point. So how do we get this thing out? Well, you see here, we've got these little clips right there. So let's grab our pick. So we've got a really tiny flathead screwdriver. We're just going to fish that in there, and you'll see that starts to move. Now, construction-wise, they've made a lot of changes over the last 2 years with this product, from the V1 all the way to the V2 that I have being installed. There we go. Look at that right there. So the V1.5, I'm going to send this back to MotoFastPuck just so they have it. They can repurpose the shell if they want to. But they've made this shell insanely strong. I think it's an injection molded material now. It used to be 3D printed. And you'll see on my other video clip I threw in a few minutes ago of the V1. This is the V1.5. And then the V2. And the 1.5 and 2 look very similar, but this one's significantly stronger. You can feel the difference when you're clicking on it. It's a little bit thicker, at least in my hand. And we're going to take this and we're going to drop it right into our juiced squeeze like this. And now we have double the speed wireless Qi charging in a snap. Isn't that awesome? Now, of course, not all phones are going to support the faster charging. Check that out. Of course, look at the Hondo Garage website. They will give you the amperage and the wattage figures. Compare that to your phone and make sure that it's worth your while. But trust me, as you get new phones, they're going to support this, and it's going to charge twice as fast, and that's going to be freaking awesome. So I'm obviously super stoked about this. So let's actually get this over to Heather's bike. Now on her bike, she does not yet have a fuse block. She will soon. It's one of the winter projects that we're doing here because the bike is stored away for the winter now. So what we're going to do today is we're simply going to stage this. So what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to get some terminals on here or solder slash crimp this directly into a PDM60, an Aurora, or a fuse block. For the F750, it's super easy. So if you look up here, we have this channel. I've removed the top part here. This is your fuel tank. This will actually peel back. You just go, well, let's go towards the left. You just lift up here, this piece of fairing will pop right back. Then we're gonna take this and we're gonna fish it under here. When you get to the bottom down here, what you'll need to do is you need to release these two T40s and these two T30s. Then you're gonna hold these two tabs, pick up, then you can do what I've done here with the Denali wiring and fish this wiring directly down right under here. It'll come up right there. Very easy to do. It's just, I've been undoing these all night, so I'm not gonna do it for this video, but super simple to fish this down into there. Now from here, you've actually got a string of cables right here. This is your clutch cable and some of the electronics for the control module. So we're gonna come down underneath and we're gonna utilize some of the wiring that happens down here to fish this all the way up. You've got plenty of slack in this thing. This existing perfect squeeze. And what I'm gonna do is, because it's so simple, I'm actually gonna use an Allen key to remove the ram ball mount from the old perfect squeeze and move this over to the new one. Let's go check that out. Okay, now we get that ready, let's go back over to the bike. So we're gonna put this right here. Let's see, how do we wanna manage that? Because that needs to come in. I'll probably do this, I think. Of course, Heather will have to decide how exactly she does want it, but that's good enough for now. Okay, we've got our SAE cable right here. So I'm actually gonna zip tie this up a little bit to this wiring loom, but every bike is different, so don't worry about the specifics of this. This is for the F750GS, but you can do this however you'd like. Form that watertight connection. Now you're gonna give yourself a little bit of slack, but not a ton. And now you can pull that extra slack down through here, the rear of the bike. And you have installed your MotoFastPuck version 2, sorry, MotoFastPuck V2 inside of your juiced squeeze on a ram ball on your F750GS. Wiring is going to be a cinch, really, but you really need to get a fuse block. I don't have one of those yet, so here's the thing, guys. They're not selling the V1 or V1.5 anymore, so it's not really a problem for some of you. But if you already have a V1 or 1.5, it'd be crazy not to get one of these. You know, the ability to charge at double speeds, it's insane. And finally, you know, disclosure, I bought all 4 of my MotoFastPucks and all the accessories that go with them. And I bought the first MotoFastPuck, but the V1.5, which I'm mailing back to them, and the V2, I have on loan. So I didn't pay for this, but I'm mailing the 1.5 back to them. And if they ever ask me for money or they ask for this back, I have to get it back to them. So just full disclosure, I'm excited about the double speed charging. I'm sure Heather certainly is excited about it because my bike is still stuck with the V1.5. So I'll need to buy my own V2 to do that myself. But for now, Heather's going to have a great charging setup on her bike. She'll be able to leave the house like 80% charged and get to work and be at 100%, which is just great. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and thanks, thanks Hondo Garage and MotoFastPuck guys for all of the work you guys are doing. Just insanely fast innovation. I think they've only been out for like a year now, and they're just doing so much so fast. Both are American companies, and I'm obviously super proud that they're able to build cool things, and they did it here in the US. So yeah, awesome stuff. Rock on, guys. Ride safe.